just keeps getting better and better each week, boys. Welcome to West Ham Updates TV. We are back. We have got a bumper episode for you all today because obviously West Ham have played their first game of the season. We're going to review that. We're going to talk about what's going on at the club, bit of transfer news, etc. And we're also going to look a bit of nostalgia, some away days. Gary's got a little section on Burnley away coming up for us. So stay tuned for it all. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. We are here every week, usually on a Tuesday. Might be a game though, so we'll see. How are we, fellas?
All good.
All good, thanks, mate.
All good.
Very positive.
Yeah, we're positive. We're a positive podcast. I think it's probably going to go a little bit sour today. But either way, I want to start with this. Gary, you sent us a picture of you and Owen, your son, in a service station on the way to Burnley. And we're going to get to the away days in a second. Well, a little bit later. I wanted to ask you lot, what's your favourite sandwich? Do you love a sandwich? I actually think a sandwich is probably my favourite thing. I love a sandwich. And it doesn't matter how many times I have one, I still feel the same as I did the last time.
My one is seasonal, and it's the Marks and Spencer's Christmas one. It's the turkey,
it's
cranberry
lovely.
and stuffing.
Oh.
But you only get it from about November.
Pret do it as well, don't they?
I don't like cranberry.
I do.
Yeah, I like cranberry.
Ad, what's your go-to?
Yeah, not a massive sandwich fan. I think when if I have to quickly get a bite to eat and I grab a sandwich, it's not very adventurous at all. I'm thinking chicken and bacon is probably a go-to for me. Bog standard, run of the mill.
Mick?
Sorry about that.
No, but that's all right. That's okay.
I've got two. If I go to like a Tesco's or anything like that, it's BLT. But if I go Pret, it's the tuna. The tuna one, the tuna cucumber. Oh, it's lovely out there.
It's called line caught tuna.
Yeah. Oh,
Lion caught. Yeah, you're right. Mine's simple as tuna. But what about if you're making one yourself? Like, what bread are you going?
Tiger.
Oh,
yes.
Good shout there,
But
Gary.
Yes.
Not the
Tiger.
slice, the actual...
The roll.
The roll.
Yeah.
Cut it in half, ham and brown sauce.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I love a crusty roll or a big bit of sourdough, tuna mix, like with like the peppers and onions in it.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, like that. I like meat with crisps in it. That's mine.
Crisps.
Right. It's good to
I've
know
never
what
had it with
people like.
crisps, though, but so many people have crisps in their sandwiches, don't they? So many people. I've never had it. I might try it.
Never not have a. And listen, we'll probably get into crisps down the line because that's a big contentious thing. I actually asked something. Just quickly, I asked something on Instagram earlier. I had a favourite ever British film as well, and I cannot believe the response. I reckon it's the most answered Instagram post I've ever done. It's like 1,000 answers on it already.
Wow.
What's your favourite? If you had to pick one, we're not going to go for them all. Right now, very quick, what's the best, your favourite ever British film?
Layer cake.
Good shout, Gal.
I'll probably have to say layer cake as well, yeah.
Them ones are great, layer cake snacks.
But Love Actually.
I'm with you, Sam.
Love Actually.
I know Addy's with me. I'm
with Sam.
It's Sexy Beast.
I'm a big fan of Love Actually, I watch it every Christmas.
Me too.
Every Christmas.
Brilliant film.
Did you like
Every
the
Christmas.
spunk bubble quote I sent you earlier?
Yeah. Me and Addy could recite every single word of Sexy Beast. We'd done it when we were going out on Friday nights. We would used to go to Addy's flat, drink a bottle of vodka each, put that on, then do a boy band session. We would put a boy band on. Sounds a bit weird. Yes, this is a West Ham podcast, but then we would basically sing Westlife, a football team of blokes, and then go out on the piss. Rinse, repeat. It was basically Butlins at Addy's every single week. Brilliant.
You sure it was a football team?
Yeah, exactly. No, well, yeah. We did play in certain colours now. I might. But right.
We were woke before woke existed, weren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Moving swiftly on from that one, we have got a club that we're looking at. What's been going on at the club this week? Still no takeover update. Not heard one word on that now for at least 2 to 3 weeks.
Takeover.
Yeah, the fake over.
Yeah.
Our transfer policy is very much looking like the old transfer policy.
Yeah.
With the old Troy Parrott's coming, he's coming. No, he's not. He's off somewhere else, and we're going to get someone else who hasn't scored any goals. And we tried FC are back. We done it, and as I say, why do we get sucked in every single time? Quickly on, what is his name? Is it Pirlo?
Pirro.
It's Pirro. I keep thinking it's Pirlo.
We wish.
Wouldn't be surprising. We've got a segment coming in later of some of the players that we've signed that have been disasters to go on to be good. Pirlo could maybe fit into that category. 0 goals, 0 assists last year for Leeds. I actually said this yesterday to my friend Davey. I said, I am West Ham's ideal striker. I said, I'm going to offer myself. Run around, I'm injury prone, probably won't score you any goals and get sent off. And I said, I actually should offer myself. And a freebie. And 43. I fit the bill of us.
Sweet spot.
But yeah, what do you think of this guy from Leeds? Any of you know anything about him?
I don't know anything about him.
I know he scored quite a few goals for Leeds in the Championship, and that was
which is a positive
partnership. He struck up a big partnership with Sullivan in the Championship for Leeds. But apart from that, I've not liked what I've seen in the Premiership. But we're not in the Premiership.
Did he play much in the Premiership? I have no idea.
Player. I think he was a bench player for them, to be fair. And as I say, we're not in the Premiership, we're in the Championship. So,
but if we went up, we've got to buy him
again. I think it's a very short-sighted signing, isn't it? But to be fair, he has got a really good goal-scoring record in the Championship. Before Leeds at Swansea, he scored even more goals than he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So he's got a really good record in the Championship.
And maybe he didn't. Who knows? We probably don't know. Maybe he started the season injured. Maybe who knows? And maybe
most
that's
of his
a part of it.
Last year were from the bench for Leeds. He hardly started any games from. It's just again, you go from one profile of a striker in Parrott to someone different. Completely.
Well, it's the John Duran, Fulkrug scenario.
It's exactly that.
Again, isn't it?
It's exactly
that's why I love Parrott. Young, someone that could come up to the Premiership with us. He's scored goals in the top flight now. It kind of all of it goes, right, okay, we're not looking for another striker next year. We might add a bench player to it or something like that. And that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, there's room for improvement. With Pirou, there's none. Do you know what I mean?
And listen, we don't know that yet. So we got to give him a bit of a benefit of doubt.
I'm just going on by the age.
I'm just going on by West Ham. You know what I mean? West Ham signing a striker. We know exactly how it goes. Moving on there quickly, there seems to be a lot of outs at the talk at the moment. Fulkrug to Werder Bremen, I believe, is done as we speak on loan. No money in for them.
With that one, I don't understand why they just haven't given him a free transfer, because he's got another year on his contract. So he's coming back to us at the end of this loan. Why don't they just give him a free transfer? I don't get it at all.
No, and I've got to be honest with you. I actually think, now, there's obviously been a fallout there with Nuno, as there's been a lot of players, I think. And I'm not going to blame the manager on this, because who knows? Would Fulkrug have done a job for us this year in the Championship?
He is Pirou. He's exactly the same profile as Pirou.
How old is Pirou?
27. So he's got a decent age, to be fair.
But yeah, he is the same sort of profile.
Same profile. It's not going to run the channels. Hasn't got any pace. just a good finisher. You know, he's a big target man in the box. Exactly the same profile as Fulkrug.
Yeah. Then we've had Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Villa. They've come in with a loan deal, which we've turned down. We rate him about 25 million, I think, which I don't think's bad money for him.
No.
I think it's good money for us. I think it's probably quite good money for Villa. But I think we'll probably settle somewhere at
20.
15 is probably where. Todibo, this is the one that's irked me the most. Todibo to Marseille, and we're going to pay half his wages. So the deal gets even worse. Now, I'm all for letting Todibo go. But I'd be saying to him, mate, unless you can find a club that's going to pay your wages, you're not going anywhere. We ain't paying nothing towards you. So either take a wage cut, which I believe Fulkrug has. We're not getting a transfer fee for you. We're not. And that's my worry. When you're letting these players go for loans with no obligation to buy, you're basically just letting them go for free down the line, aren't you?
But if they get injured, they end up back with you and you're picking all that up.
It's a terrible deal.
I agree with you.
So why would you just not keep him there? I know he's kicking up, but say, no problem, mate. If you want to kick up, just stay home.
I agree with you on that.
We're going to ruin your career. You know, like you ain't going to ruin us. Yeah, you find a club that. I'd like us to do that. You know, like it'd send a message to everyone else. We ain't doing this no more. Because I hate Todibo. I always hated him from the minute I saw him with his rolled down socks and his lackadaisical attitude. He's a dog shit defender with a dog shit attitude. That's exactly what he is. And
you've got to look at the clubs that he's been
it's crazy how many West Ham fans love him or liked him. That's 6 good games for us, didn't they? Yeah, and he got the ump at Juventus. And Juventus obviously never wanted him. If Juventus wanted him, they would have took him.
He was at Barcelona, got kicked out of Barcelona.
Moving on, I'm getting mad. Alvarez. Oh, I think Mickey's gone there.
Room 101, Mickey's gone.
Room 101, Mickey's dead. The first one's out. Right, if he can get back in, he can get back in. If he can't, tough luck, Mick. The Alvarez to Real Sociedad. So again, last week.
He's gone, is he?
Starts in the first game. No. He's got a knock. Looked a bit weird. He wasn't in the old squad last week. Now it looks like he's not gone yet. Looks like Real Sociedad are coming in for him. I don't know whether. Do you know if it's a loan or a permanent?
No, I don't know.
Very odd, isn't it? All of it.
Yeah.
Why would we play him? Oh, listen, he did play. And he done all right. He was okay. Obviously, his attitude was okay. Maybe it put him in the shop window a little bit that people went, okay. But it was weird how we kind of got that big speak about, well, he's staying, he's got the old number 4, and it was a whole week of fanfare about it.
Yeah.
And now there's another midfielder going. So, and I didn't say we could have used him at the weekend, which we'll get on to. And with that, before we get onto it, with our bench so light, would you have used Fulkrug and them players at the weekend, or would you have kept them away?
Well, I think for Fulkrug, definitely, because it's not like we're getting a fee for him anyway. So,
No.
Worst case scenario is that he then go out on loan. But, with the bench, I don't think I've ever seen a worse bench at West Ham in my life. Ever.
No, and we're not going to go on that yet because we're going to go on to the game right now. But we'll finish on good news from when we last spoke. Engels is in. None of us really know, but it's a reinforcement, is in. So that's positive news. So I think we'll see how he goes. I would think he'll be straight in the side this week, wouldn't you? Yes, Charles?
Definitely.
I was quite surprised he didn't play, and it might have been because he wasn't registered in time.
That's exactly what it was.
It was that, yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense, because I think he would have gone in. Okay, what else? The roundup and news. Anything else anyone's seen could add? Oh, Mickey's back. We thought you were dead. Welcome back, Mick.
Sorry, boys.
We were just saying, has anyone seen, just before we finish up on the latest news, anyone seen any other news that is pressing for the West Ham this week that we haven't covered there?
I didn't see what
Not
you
really.
covered, but I can't think of
No.
much
Okay.
else.
Well,
to be
then,
fair.
moving on to the game against Burnley. So, Gary, you went. It was, and we'll get on to a little bit of a away day next week, but I was right. I'd like to just point out 2-2.
Did you say 2-2, did you?
2-2. And the week before, I would just like to point out, I said 3-0, even though it was 3-1. So I'm doing all right at this game. So, yeah, I think because I've become a realist West Ham fan, I could see what was going to happen a little bit. And I do think it's like, listen, I think we'll start it off. It was the same old. Would we all say? What? Ad, you start us off.
Yeah,
Team selection.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Nuno, he didn't have much choice in his team
No.
selection, did he, at all. I must admit, I was a little bit surprised to see Scholes start over Diouf. I know Scholes has done okay in pre-season, but for me, Diouf's an established international player. So
Do you
for
think
me,
that's because he's going?
maybe?
And maybe he doesn't want to play. But that's weird because if Diouf's going, Alvarez is going, he's played, and Fulkrug, Wan-Bissaka aren't playing. Like we'd love to know, and that's where I'd love a club to say, you know what, we can't play Wan-Bissaka, Fulkrug, and that because they won't play.
No. No, so it was, classic Nuno ball. I mean, to be fair, first half, I haven't seen us control a game like that for a long, long time.
Well, we didn't start well. They started better, and they were quite on top for the first 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But then it was pure dominance, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was. I mean, we kept the ball really well, but we didn't actually create that many chances. And I've been saying, like, all pre-season, we don't look good going forward. We don't look like we're creating chances. A little bit worried about Bowen, to be honest with you, as well. But we completely controlled that first half. And it was impressive how we kept the ball quite nicely. And yeah, it looked quite easy, didn't it? That first half, looked quite easy. But then second half, we've just, I don't know what's happened at half time. Obviously, I think Padlo's got a knock, and that's why he's had to come off.
Calf, I think.
Was it calf? But then
I think
still,
so, yeah.
why would you play James Ward-Prowse right midfield? Someone who's got like absolutely zero legs. Why would you play him right midfield? I know he's got lack of options, but to me that's just it's a bit bizarre.
Well, he could have changed the formation, couldn't he, and just put one up front.
Exactly. That's what he's paid the money for. And we just I don't know what he's.
Or put Solomon up front with Tati, because you put Bowen up there. Put Solomon just off. I'm sure he could play in a 10, pretty certain of it. Yeah. And put Diouf on the left wing.
Exactly. He had other options. But the second half was pretty embarrassing. It was one-way traffic the whole half. The goal that we scored was completely out the run of play. I think it's the only shot we had on target in the second half. But they battered us second half. And we was just inviting pressure. I felt a little bit sorry for Scholes because it was just wave after wave of attacks, and eventually it's always the same thing. You can't just keep letting teams come at you. And, in the end you crack, and we did. It was a mistake by Scholes, but I wasn't everyone seemed to pile onto him online and stuff like that. It was just a mistake. He's tried to win the ball, and he's made a mistake.
I actually thought Scholes had the best game he's played. I thought first half he was the standout player. And he made the mistake. But the problem is he has got a mistake. But then this is what I'll say to West Ham fans as well. If you want kids in a team, they will make mistakes.
Expect it. Yep, 100%.
If you want inexperienced players in a team, you've got to go, well, you know what? I can't ask for players who've never played to play and then go, well, he's made a mistake that's cost the game, because that is what you're going to do. And you've got 3 in there. So that's quarter of your team is inexperienced. So I do expect it.
He's still got 5 minutes to see the game out, though. Do you know what I mean? You've got 5 minutes to see the game out after that. But yeah, it was really, really disappointing. I've got angry just because we've thrown it away. On the face of it, on the whole of the game, a point's probably a good result. And before the game, I definitely would have taken a point, I must say that. I would have definitely taken the point, especially with those two youngsters in the middle of the park, like the most important part of the pitch, really. And you got two youngsters in there, so you would have taken. It's just the manner that we collapsed in that second half.
Well, it was the
So
Fleming
frustrating.
second half, wasn't it? He was absolutely phenomenal, wasn't he?
He was great, wasn't he?
I looked at him and I just thought, we've all said it on that group, I'd love him. He looks like a West Ham player. Like how he's pushing into the keeper when he scores. Hermansen don't look right to me. He's so weak. He's so small. And I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I had actually put Areola in there.
Yeah, no,
I think, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't be too surprised if Areola saves that second goal. Because he's done it before.
He's good.
Areola.
He's a better shot stopper.
Good shot
Yeah,
stopper, isn't he?
he's done it before.
I'm not having either of our goalkeepers, but
No, normal.
this Hermansen, I think I'd actually go Herrick. I'd give him a go.
Yeah, I said that in pre-season. I said that for pre-season. In the last year, I said, do you know what? I would, in the Championship, if we're not looking to keep Areola, I'd be like, do you know what? Sling Eric in for the season. And what happens.
But then we say it, and then he makes a mistake. We go, that's why
But
he can't have a goalkeeper like that.
I say I'd be happy to see him make mistakes. Of course, I wouldn't be happy to see him make
Well, I don't
mistakes,
know
but
if you would, Nick.
expect it.
I've got to be honest with you. You
But I'd
do blow your
expect it.
top a little bit.
A little? That's being kind.
I think we all do at times, don't we?
Do you know what, though? I'll go back to it. We allowed Fleming to do what Fleming done.
Yeah.
We allowed him to bully us. And that's where I thought Mavropanos, as much as he didn't have the best first half of last season, but the second half of the season, he never really let people bully him. And he let Fleming bully him and Kilman. But I expect that from Kilman because that's what he's done the whole time he's been at West Ham. Players have just bullied him off the pitch. But the midfield, as much as I don't think the defence got the protection from the midfield, that's not just on those two midfield players. Because I actually thought they was excellent. If I'm being complete. I thought Kante,
I didn't
thought
at all.
Orford. I just think, what else can you expect from two inexperienced players playing against a side like Burnley that you know what you're going to get from them? And as what Addy said, he's then stuck James Ward-Prowse, who's the most experienced midfielder we've got at the club at the moment. He stuck him on the right wing. Put him in there with him.
I disagree completely, and and the reason I say it, I think if Orford and Kante had been bought in, we would all be sitting here talking about like they're Andy Irving.
But what I'm saying to you
I think
they're two young
Kante is.
kids.
I get it, but I don't think they were excellent. I think they got overrun every time they came through.
That's not their fault. And that's what I'm saying about
Well, it
James
is. They're
Ward-Prowse
playing in centre
with them.
midfield. Of course it is. That if they're playing in centre
Yeah.
midfield, it is their fault. You can't say, well, it's not their fault. It's completely.
You're playing
And we saw
Kante,
that
who's
in
an
the-
18-year-old.
No, I know.
Go
No,
on, sorry,
forget their
go on.
age. Forget their age, right? It's just whether they're good enough or not. And I don't think they are. Orford has got no legs whatsoever. He can pass the ball sideways and a little bit out to the wing here and there. I haven't seen, and he strikes the ball lovely that way, and it looks good. And I really, really want Lewis Orford to be good. I really do. I don't think you will see Lewis Orford I think you'll see him at the top of the League One side or at the bottom of the Championship side. And that's why he's never really done anything on loan at any of these clubs. He's also,
That's fair.
he's not old anymore. I think Kante has got a little bit more going forward, and he is not a defensive midfielder. That's because he's shown in 2 games now, Portsmouth and the other day.
Got 2 assists, isn't he?
Yeah, and looked very good in that forward area. I've got to say, I would probably be playing Kante where Pablo is playing at this moment because he looks a better player than Pablo.
Yeah.
And that's what I think now. I know a lot of West Ham fans will disagree with me, but I think if I looked at Andy Irving and Lewis Orford, I don't think they're any different. No, and actually I think Andy Irving probably had a little bit more. And that is a sad thing to say, and I think sadly Scholes is probably the same. He's got too many mistakes as a higher level. I think he's probably a championship, mid-table championship defender. it's still out. Verdict's still out on Kante for me, and Orford. I'm not writing them both off. That's without a doubt. And I think it would be very different if they have someone a bit experienced in between them, which I say to you. But we saw it in the first half when Kante got booked. They ghosted through him, and his only thing was to pull him down.
He had to.
They were treading water. Now I know a lot of West Ham fans think that they were excellent and things like that. I think that's just because they come from our youth side that we're hearing it. But that's my view, and you might not agree. Hit me in the comments if you agree, disagree. Gal, you were there? What did you like about the game? Not the day, because we're going to get to that next. But what did you like that West Ham did?
I actually really liked Orford, and Addy will probably agree that when you're looking at something on the telly versus being there in person, you can see some of what's going off the ball. So I was really impressed by Orford. I think you're right, though. I think if we bought him in, no one knew anything about him, and then sort of said, is he good enough? You'd have said, who's this guy? He's a bit lightweight. But given that he is so young, I thought he did very, very well. Kante, I thought, got forward in some really good positions, but I think his decision making is a bit immature. So he could have passed the ball one way or another, and then he sort of run out of ideas, hesitated, lost the ball. With Ollie Scholes, in the second half, he was right in front of us. So I was watching him. And I think one thing that he didn't do, which is a positive, is when he got skinned or someone played a 1-2 and he was running down the line, he's lost that petulance of diving in. And I said that to the guy next to me. I said, he's not dived in. He's not grabbing, pulling shirts. He's not picking up these stupid bookings. As I said it, wallop, penalty.
Yeah.
And the guy turned to me and I went, I said, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said anything, I said, but I thought all in all, Ollie Scholes is coming on. He's still got that mistake in him, but I think he is growing in maturity. And I didn't think he had his words in. One of the things I've been looking at...
I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. Definitely first half. And then, so I can't say thingy, but I do think he has proven a few times now, as Fulham last year, this year, there's them mistakes. If they keep creeping in, that's where you start going...
Problem is, for me, two of my favourite ever left-backs, right? So you've got like Ashley Cole, Stuart Pearce, left-footers. With Ollie being a right-footer, every time he ended up coming back inside.
No, he's not right-footed. He's left-footed.
Is he left-footed? Well, he kept on playing these balls with his right foot, spinning up high into the heavens
he's a left foot.
And landing in the centre circle. We were losing possessions. He was, or put it this way,
he's not great. He's not a great passer of the ball. He's not like that's what I look at it, and I just think
his right foot anyway.
Yeah.
Well, he uses his right foot a lot, so I like a left back that can knock the ball up the line. He doesn't seem to do that. He seems to come inside all the time,
and especially with Manor Solomon in front of him, who I want to give a shout. I think was a positive for us. I think we all quite liked him. He's got a new little song as well, hasn't he? I know some West Ham fans, if you're watching it, we don't want to see any of these divisive messages. But what a great song that is! I like that one.
He was very, very good, very strong. I was surprised how strong he was.
Yeah, direct as well, wasn't he?
I tell you, who's a little. We all like a bit of shithousery. I tell you, who's that? It's Tatty. He's a little wind-up merchant. He's one of these.
Boy, and I thought Carl Walker.
Oh, well,
he went in the back of Carl Walker.
And he jumped up in the end. He just went up and nudged him, and he went over, and the referee booked him. And then, when they scored their first, they ran it, book, and put it on the spot. And Tatty went up and booted the ball out of touch before kickoff. And I saw the referee, and the crowd went mad. I thought he's going to get sent off here, but the referee, he didn't send him off. But I think he was quite lucky there. But do you know what? I said to my mate earlier, I said, if you'd been on a plane and no internet, and you'd seen the result as you got off and it was 2-2, you go, I'll have that. But as Addy said, I think it was the manner. 82
It's the
minutes
worry. The
gone,
worrying
2-0.
thing is, and we haven't touched on it. The worrying thing is, it's the same manager doing
Same
the
again.
same thing again
Same thing.
and again and again. It's the tactics that relegated us last year. And I know some people watch us and say the manager never relegated us. I believe
He did,
personally
he
he did.
He
Nick
did.
does.
Yeah,
I
he
know he does. I think Addy does. Gary does. So
Yeah.
I think we are. And look. And we haven't started with that, actually, because we're trying not to be repeatable and things like that, because to give everyone a fair go. But he can't hold in the lead. My mate, who's a Chelsea fan, messaged me and he said, I cannot believe this geezer has done it again. He said he's best to just leave the ground at 75 minutes and not make any decisions. He just keep going. It's really frustrating. 1 in 3 games, he has lost a leading position. 1 in 3. Now that is. But look, no one ever keeps a manager that gets the team relegated. They never do, except us. Now, I am hearing today through a source that if it was up to David Sullivan, we would have had Scott Parker in. He did not want Nuno. And also, if it was up to him, we would have had Parrott. So take that with a pinch of salt. This is not a pro-Sullivan thing. I heard it from quite a good source today, actually, that someone said that Sullivan did not want Nuno to stay. He wanted Scott Parker. Now, I'm not saying that's a better choice or anything like that, but if you could all sack Nuno today, would you go? Would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who to bring in?
Yeah,
So let's do that.
I'd be sounding out Eddie Howe already, leave it
Yeah.
to me, because I think sometimes you have to just be ruthless anyway. And like he's lucky to still be there anyway, Nuno. But in business, to be successful, sometimes you have to be ruthless. I would be sounding out Eddie Howe now. If you have them conversations, he said he's keen. I think I'll just pull the plug, get him in. I really would.
So would I, because I think Eddie Howe's would be perfect.
I think I've been touting Scotty Parker since probably April. Thing is with him though, you'd
He's not
get
good in the
us up and
Premiership.
then you'd have to change
But then
him as soon
maybe
as
he
got
wasn't.
promoted.
But then maybe he hasn't been given the right team in the Premier
Maybe.
League with the thing. But I know he had that time at Fulham where he spent a lot of money. But it was different, maybe that's a bit different.
You got to look at company. He couldn't keep that Burnley team up, and now look at him. He's flying.
You're right.
Do you know
Yeah,
You're
what I mean?
right.
there.
Yeah. That's a
I
fair
would say
point.
Parker because he's one of ours.
He's done it 4 times or something, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So I would definitely be shot of him now. And I know people say that's ridiculous knee-jerk reaction, but I wouldn't have kept him there in
Well, like
the
you
first
say,
place.
this is not.
If there was a better, and do you know what really frustrates me when people go, well, who would you bring in? You can't keep changing manager. And the answer is, if you keep bringing in rubbish managers, which we do, then
That's what happens.
if there's a chance to get a really good manager, a proven manager, then we go, and it's so funny, people go, well, that's Nuno. Nuno has never done anything other than getting Wolves promoted. That is all he's ever done.
Well, that
and
was 10
he's
years
a
ago.
defensive manager. Exactly. And people then say, well, he done all right at Forest. Well, he actually screwed up Champions League when it was nailed on. So I see Marinakis, he got rid of him. He pulled his plug and went, no, not for me. And anyway, this is not going to be a Nuno out show. We are moving on. I think the positive of that, I know you'd get out. You'd put Pablo the wooden dildo in charge. We're moving on. I think the positives was Manor Solomon, and we go on to Charlton next week. We'll see what goes on there. But in Nuno's defence, he does need players. So that's definitely, he does need players.
He's let down there big time.
Massively, but it's the club doing the same old again. Wait till the last weeks of the transfer window, so we save the money on the salaries in the summer and the first few weeks. It's exactly the same as last year when we went to Forest and beat them 3-0. We brought in Hamadson and Fernandez the day before, didn't we? So it's the same old. I'm sick of it. Away day diaries. Gary, you're going to give us a little bit of a rundown. I want to know, Burnley away. How did you get there? You went with your son?
Yeah, well, I took the wife as well, actually. So we drove.
Oh, you got 3 of you?
Yeah, 3 of us. So I ended up getting a spare for Owen. So obviously I live in Liverpool, so it was about 50 minutes. And it was great up the M6, down the M65. The roads were empty. Got there early, went into Tesco Cafe, little bit of something to eat, and then
What'd you get? I want to know what you ordered. What was your pre-match?
Bacon with mac and cheese and a side of skin-on fries.
Oh, bloody hell, that's some random old dinner, isn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you neck it down with? 28 cans of lager, you animal. Yeah.
So that was, Owen had a full English, and I think Nicole had some sort of like soul bowl, which was like, less than 600 calories and had all this crap in it.
So, that was the real new age travellers of an away day, I've got to say. What were you listening to in the car on the way down there?
Probably a bit of Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
nice.
Fleetwood Mac.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing a bit of Fleetwood, yeah.
But we had, but we parked up literally 50 yards from the ground. We've got a new entrance now at Burnley for away fans, because we were always looking at the pitch. We was always to the right of the goal, by where the tunnel comes out, but they've swapped, and you're the other side of it, and the home fans are in there now. So you sort of go down past where the cricket club is, Addy, down the slope and into the thing. And
what's you sent a video and it said looks like a mini old Upton Park. It does look. It's because it's claret and blue, isn't it? It's that like.
And also though, from where I was, you had that small stand that looked like the Chicken Run. You had their big home end that looked like the Trevor Brooking.
The old Centenary,
yeah, and then you had like the big stand, which was a bit like our new West Stand, as it was. I love Burnley. It's like I loved Goodison. It's a proper.
I've never been Burnley.
Well, do you know what?
What was the West Ham away fans like? Were they good? Were they lively?
My missus said she cannot believe 2,000 people made that noise. It was unbelievable, mate.
Sounded good on the TV when I was watching it.
It was so good. They sang from the first minute to the last minute. Fantastic. Real credit to the club. Did
you have anything at half time? Any refreshments?
I had a sip of Owen's Fanta and some of those little squidgies you get, the little soft things.
Yeah. Addy loves a sweet.
I do love
so I had some squidgies. That was what I had. Didn't go for I'm still not back to my normal diet.
You're not in the pints yet.
Well, I normally would have been on a pie and like a chicken balti pie. I do love a chicken balti pie. But I don't think the old esophagus would thank me for that one just yet.
And do you know, I can still remember, I'm thinking of it. Do you remember the West Stand, right, Ad? Do you remember when we used to sit there and it used to run out of hot water every week? So people having coffees and that. I can still remember the last ever hot dog we got at that place. Like me and you together, where we got it and it was just absolutely disgusting and we just threw it straight away. And it was just like, it made you think how bad food was in there. And that was the new stand. It was absolute. Because at the West Stand, you used to have to come down like 10 minutes before. Otherwise, they ran out of everything, didn't they? It was like, why don't you just stock up a bit more? Anyway.
But Burnley itself, right? The town's like not your most salubrious of towns, but I must say the people of Burnley are amongst the friendliest you'll ever meet. They're so
nice
good,
people.
Very lovely people.
No violence.
No violence. There was a little bit of ag inside the ground where.
Oh yeah, come on, tell us about that.
To 2-2. We got back to 2-2, and then because they're away, the home fans are to the right of you on the way end. You're sitting there, where's your bubbles gone? Where's your bubbles gone? And everyone was like, and it was starting to get a little bit rowdy. But do you know what? We'd have been the same winding up the away fans if they were singing.
No, of course we would.
Football's about.
My favourite thing when we go away is when West Ham fans signal one person. They just, when they have a go and it's like a fat woman or something. And and they go at that one person, or one person with a drum, or, and they just don't stop the whole game until the person has to basically just go, woo, like that. But when people lose their heads, it's brilliant. Anyway, right, we're moving on. I think we are on our Hammer Home section, right? Here's for you boys, right? And with the Max Kilman revival of 45 minutes, where he scored, name some players who have had horrendous starts at West Ham, who then went on to be Hammer's heroes. Can you think of any? I'll start us off. Go on, Gary. No, I want you to start us off.
I seem to remember Thomas Repka wasn't a world.
That's who I was going to start us on.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Well done.
And Thomas Repka, and then I remember being at a match. I think it was against Chelsea, and he won everything. And I said to my mate, "He's been absolutely colossal today. Like it's like a different bloke." So Tommy Repka would be mine. So sorry. I had no idea you were going to say that.
He was useless when he came, wasn't he?
Oh God, yeah.
It was the year we got relegated, wasn't it? Tom Repka came, didn't he?
He got sent off, didn't he, in his first 4 games twice, didn't he, or something like that? Weren't it? I remember he got sent off.
Wasn't he a centre half that we then made? He was so bad at centre half, we put him right back.
I actually think, though, he was a right back. I think when he was at Fiorentina, he was we flitted in between centre half and right back, but he predominantly was a right back for them. And we put him in at centre half.
But he did turn into a cult hero, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
He never scored, though, did he? Never scored.
What was his song, Repka?
Super
Tom.
Tommy Repka.
Yeah, that was it. Well done. And he got another one for us?
Yeah, no, I mean, we did mention it earlier, and it's probably one of my favourite ones, Modibo Maiga, because he was another West Ham striker who was absolutely useless. But he did score that winner against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. They actually beat them 3 times in that season.
Yeah, it was in the cup, that one, wasn't it?
But he scored the winner in the cup. And there were a couple of songs West Ham fans used to sing. There was Maiga, whoa, he scored at White Hart Lane, he'll never score again. And the other one was, he used to be shy, but now he's all right.
He's all right. Walking in me, come on. Used to be shy, and now he's all right. That's fucking brilliant, isn't it? He was, yeah. Do you know what I'm going to say? One I thought of. Colton Cole.
Yes.
Oh, he'll love you for that.
Yeah.
He'll love you for that.
No, but see, Colton Cole epitomises the Hammer's hero, really. Like, he came, didn't have an easy time with the fans. If I remember getting booed, probably by me, and then and then he just tried so hard that we just loved him. And now I would say he's probably in the all-time top. Well, actually, of people that are alive now, he's probably in the all-time top 10 of West Ham.
What changed it for him was we went down, and he was one of the first ones to come out and say, "I'm staying. My wages are getting halved. I'm getting this club back up."
No, if I remember rightly, what actually happened, we let him go, and he had a deal with Stoke, I think. And then
we was in the Premiership then, I think, weren't we?
Yeah, but I think then, what he actually did, he had a big deal on at Stoke. And then, I'm sure it was Stoke, and then he came back to West Ham for under half the money. Yeah, one of those teams. And then he came back, said, you know what, I want to be here. And he took next to nothing, which was, it did endear him to, but he was brilliant when he Carlton. Another one I can think of, Winston Reid.
Yes.
Utter crap, wasn't he?
I remember his first game against Villa. The first game of the season against Villa, he got torn to absolute pieces.
Yeah.
And I don't think we saw him after that. I think he just went no one saw him again after that. And
did he come on the year we got relegated as well?
Yeah,
on another light Repka, but the other time we got relegated.
Yeah, I think he did.
Under Grant.
He did, didn't he?
He scored 2 of the probably most important famous goals ever. Millwall and Man United.
Millwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Winston.
Me too.
It was a very, very good
Do you know,
tuna.
in talking about my Maido Maiga, Kevin Nolan's wife, her auntie lives next door to Owen. So I used to see Kev a lot, and I was having a drink with him one Easter. God, it must have been about 2018. And I said, we were chatting away, laughing about football, talking about Andy Carroll. I said that my Maido Maiga, how the fuck is he a professional footballer? And Kev like stopped laughing. I don't think he liked it very much, or whether he was quite pally with him. But I said, I don't even know how he's professional footballer. And he just went like that. And I thought, oh fuck, well, I should maybe keep those opinions to myself. Right, so I always remember it.
Yeah.
Anyone else anyone can think of before we move on?
The only one that I can think of, and I don't even think he's a cult hero, it's just for what he done, was Boogers. Marco Boogers. He was absolutely terrible, wiped out Gary Neville, so he's a hero in my eyes for wiping out Gary Neville.
Yeah.
And everyone still talks about him now.
Well, he is a cult hero. To be fair, he does do what I said on the tin.
What about Diamante? He was sort of one
he
where
was class.
I can't even remember Diamante.
Then he scored a couple of good goals.
Oh, was that the Italian?
Yeah.
Is that his name? No, but he started well. He weren't rubbish to start.
No, he was good.
He never wanted to
Alessandro
leave.
Diamante. He had the blonde hair, didn't he? The
He still talks about West Ham now. He loves West Ham.
I think he's got a West Ham tattoo, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's West Ham mad. And he said, like, I'm gutted that I left when I did. He said, I wish I would have stayed longer. He said, but the club needed the money. So, and I was obviously that. I think he finished our top goal scorer that year as well. And he said, like, they got money for me. And he said, I kind of wanted to be turned home a little. And he said, but I'm gutted that I left West Ham. He absolutely loves West Ham. He does.
Oh, and he was one of those players you paid to watch. Do you know what I mean? He got bums on seats, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or bums off seats.
He was
good, wasn't he?
He was the poor man's Di Canio, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know the poor man's Di Canio was that other Italian that we had under Zola. What was his name? Striker? No. Well before
Di Michele.
Zola. Di Michele. He was the poor man's figure. I think he only ever scored once against Newcastle.
He got the 2 goals against Newcastle, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was unbelievable that day, I can remember. I think, what a player this geezer is. But yeah, anyway, right, we're moving. Last segment, we're just going to have a little chat, only because I saw Gary at Burnley away, sporting, and actually on our show last week, a lovely blue velour feeler jacket that looks very nice. And we're just going to have a little chat about the casual culture within football and what our favourite brands are. What ones do you like seeing? Everyone, I think, can guess probably what mine is. And where did you get your feeler jacket, Gal? Did you get it from
Vinted?
Casualities or?
No, Vinted.
Oh, you got it off Vinted?
It's actually about 40 years old.
It's an original one.
Yeah, it's an old one. And if anyone's never been on it, Vinted is just fantastic for stuff like that. But but I bought that, and it was only by accident. I then realised, this is sky blue. It's West Ham. But in terms of my favourites, I used to like Henry Lloyd years ago. I used to wear a lot of Henry Lloyd, but now I don't wear so much of it now. But I do like Fila. I like a little bit of Sergio, and I like Alessi or Alessi, or however you say it. But
Alessi,
I've never had Stone
you get a lot of that in that. That Casualities, is it Casualities?
Yeah, it is. They're very good. Yeah,
the shop. He's great on Instagram, that guy, but he does a lot of that stuff, doesn't he? It's all like the stuff from the firm and the business. So if you're young and you're looking at that sort of stuff, it's there. He does all the Sergios and all that. Had you got a favourite of yours?
I mean, I think Stone Island is the brand that's most synonymous with going to football, isn't it? And I've never... CP company as well.
CP,
with the goggles.
I've never really owned much. I don't think I've owned any Stone Island stuff before, but I must admit you have definitely influenced me, and I definitely will be looking to get 1 or 2 pieces to go to wear at football now.
And here's a little tip for people if they are looking for it, because Stone Island is really, really expensive now. Since Montclair took it over, it has gone through the roof, and I can understand why people. If you're looking, especially mums, dads, you're looking for your kids, they want something, go to Bicester Village. They've got a Stone Island outlet there. And also look on the reseller site. So I buy most of my stuff off reseller sites, and you'll get it for under half the price. Now,
How many jackets have you got, Sam?
Well, I just sold.
Don't even know.
I just sold 50.
You just
So-
sold 50.
50 pieces of Stone Island.
Wow.
Your wardrobe must be
So,
bigger than my house.
I gave away 30 earlier in the year, and I've just sold 50 pieces. Now, that might be T-shirts, it might be things. But yeah, I am a fanatic. But the best thing about Stone Island is the older stuff is better. So if you go on and buy good stuff like off second-hand sites, and if you see, a tip for people listening, I follow them, then that means they'll be all right. So that means that
Yeah.
because I follow all the best ones. But some of the stuff that comes up, you get some right deals on it compared to what it is. And a lot of stuff on these second-hand sites can be brand new stuff with tags on it and just hasn't been worn. Like I've just sold stuff with tags. Sometimes you buy stuff, you buy it to collect and don't sell it, whatever. But either way, that's it. I think Stone Island is it. Wrapping up, this is it. Next week is Charlton at home. First time game of the season. Addy, you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. Looking
that
forward
one,
to
actually.
it. Yeah.
Little London
Charlton.
derby. They'd be right up for it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I think it'd be good. Be good atmosphere. I think it'd be good. I'm looking forward to it.
What can't Nuno do this time?
Take his
Sit
foot off.
back.
Yeah, he can't do what he done last week. The thing is with Nuno, I actually do believe he sets us up okay. I think he sets us up okay. It's just his
Agree.
in-game management, and tactics during the game that he just falls apart. So, I think hopefully Ingles comes in. I think I think we're going to win. I think we need to win. Nuno needs to win, and I think we will win.
Yep. Gal?
Yeah, I think we'll win 3-1. I think we'll win.
Steady on.
We'll win 3-1. We'll finish the
I've
weekend
got
on
3-1.
4 points. And actually, when I was there at the weekend, Owen's going, Dad, if we score another goal, we'll be top. And I said, mate, we don't look at the table for at least 10 games. But I've been looking at results, and like Wolves were big favourites, and they drew with Blackburn, and then Cardiff and Wrexham are looking
Early
to go up.
days.
And they drew
You can't be
last
panicking
night.
yet.
Yeah, no one's panicking yet. So
Yeah.
we win it the weekend, 4 points, still unbeaten. All is forgiven, right? So I think 3-1.
Yeah.
You say
Mick?
that, but do you remember my mate?
go on, Ed.
Sorry, just really quickly, big story about. You remember my mate Phil Russell? Sam, when we went to Ibiza. So he's a big Charlton fan, and he's been giving it the big in a week, saying, "Look, we're above you already in the table." So yeah, hopefully.
And my mate Mark is a part owner of Charlton as well. And so he's going to be well on it. My mate Buzz is a Charlton fan. There's a few people around that are going to be giving it to us if it don't happen. I like that. It's good.
No, it's good. That's what we want. Mick, over to you. Sorry, mate.
I'm going 3-0 West Ham.
No, he missed the positive. My God.
He said that
3-0 West Ham.
Someone's got a gun in his back.
3-0. And
3-0
Nuno
West
keeps
Ham.
his job.
3-0 West Ham. Tatty to get to and Bowie to score.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
let's hope so.
I'm going 2-0. 2-0 West Ham. So you can go out, put your money on it, put your house on it. 2-0 it will be. Fellas, it's been emotional. Oh, actually, if you're watching at home, make sure you hit subscribe. Give us a like. I want to know also your favourite brands of